Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, and welcome back to another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory. And today we have got a lot of MT to make. We've got a lot of things to sell. Of course, in yesterday's video, we went ahead and hit the 225 cards and the 250 cards collector level rewards. So we got 15 tokens and 7,500 bonus MT. And I said when I hit that, I was going to start selling up everything because Walter Davis and Jason Kidd don't really excite me too much, to be honest. And everything is such a high price at the moment. Everything's so expensive that I think it's really worth selling things at the moment and then just going ahead and buying them back later on in the year when the prices have come down quite significantly. So in terms of the daily objectives today, nothing impressive at all, and I wanted to talk about this one. Apply a shoe 20 player for 75 MT. You can discard shoes, even bronze shoes, for 250 MT. So if you think, oh, I've got a bronze shoe, let me just apply that to get this little objective done. Don't do it. You get more MT by actually selling it. So yeah, that's something just to keep your eye out on. I think that is a very, very bad daily objective, but at least it is something. And then there's the bonus today for 200 MT for every unlimited win. We will get into unlimited at some point in the next couple of days. Not sure when, because there's still so much going on. Triple Threat offline, I played 1 or 2 more games, I think. We're up to 31 now. And as I've said in previous videos, I do want to kind of get up to 300 wins, get that Jamal Crawford wherever he is. I think that would be a really nice one to get, and of course he can evo into a pink diamond. In terms of domination, of course, we played the historic one. We got that Dwyane Wade who did madness, and he's actually really close now to being an amethyst. 130 points is all we need, and we have completed Dwyane Wade's evolution from an emerald, a little diddy baby emerald, all the way up to an amethyst. So in tomorrow's video, we will be having Dwyane Wade, or the next episode of the Road to Glory, we'll have Dwyane Wade as an amethyst, which is super exciting. Now today, for logging in, the daily login reward was a multi-dimensional award pack, so that's pretty cool. So let's open this and see what we can get. Hopefully it is someone nice. Let's have a look, and it is going to be a sapphire from the set. It's going to be, no it's not, it's going to be Rudy Gobert. Okay, I thought we were just getting players from that set, but clearly not. So we've come down into the pack market and the multi-dimensional ones, so it must have been that. So it was still a 10k MT pack, which is ridiculous. The fact you're not even guaranteed to get one of these guys, it's just a chance of getting one for 10k. That's pretty ridiculous. But still, we get an extra player in Rudy Gobert. We can sell that for an extra 150 MT. So it's not too bad, I guess. Not great though, not great at all. So in the auctions at the moment, we've got this Luke Walton that we just pulled. So let's just get him sold for a little bit of extra profit. Trying to ship these last 2 shoes. Everything else has sold, which is great. And we come down to the pending items. You can see there is over 50 down here. So all of the golds, all of the emeralds, I believe, and all the shoes have sold, and all of the silvers, which are these big amounts up here. So we'll get rid of all of these other guys first, and then we'll come back up to the silvers, because that is going to be where we are going to make a lot of MT. So these were all bronzes, I believe. They sold for 1,000. Lonzo at a gold card, of course. The shoes all sold for 400. Isn't too bad. And then I think these were the relisted bronze. So if they didn't sell for 1,000 first time round, I was just putting them up for 900 just to try and get rid of them. And the same with the golds as well. Because, of course, we did go ahead, as shown in yesterday's video, or the day before's video, we were buying these all for 750 maximum. We were getting a lot of them for 500, a lot of them for 600. So we actually made some decent profit just by buying all these cards and then getting the free MT and tokens from the collector level reward. And then we go ahead and sell them off for a profit. So it really has worked out super well for us. There's a few things that haven't sold. Holy shit, Paddy Mills sold for 11,000 MT. That is the heat check that we picked up the other day. So we picked up Scalabicieri, and I think that's how he's pronounced his name, maybe not, and Paddy Mills for 3k each on open bid. You see there, Patrick Mills, 11,000 MT. That is ridiculous. What an absolute mad snipe on open bid we just got on that. And then we will go ahead after we've got through the last few on here and take a look at Scal and see what he is selling for, because I believe there was only like one up on auction for like 100k. So I put him up for 10k, and sadly, unlike Patrick Mills, he didn't go ahead and sell. So Donovan Mitchell and Mike Conley didn't sell for 1,000. So we will put them back up, and we'll just do that, get rid of them, And like I said, we're still making profit on them either way. And let's go take a look at this Scalabicieri, whatever his name is, and see what he is selling for. It's a little bit annoying that he didn't sell first time round. Like I said, there was only one other one up at the time. So there is one up for 10,000 MT there. So we're going to put him up for 8,000 just to guarantee a sale. You never know what 2K are going to do. They might release heat check packs that will crash the value of all of these guys. So we'll put him up for 8.7 and try and get rid of him. And then we are left with 11 cards here, 10 silvers, and one heat check player that is going to take us well over 200,000 MT, which is ridiculous. Bear in mind, we haven't spent any money on VC. We had the 50k MT that we started out with, of course, and we had the 100k VC that we started out with. But other than that, we've just been playing the game. We've been doing a bit of trading here and there, nothing crazy. And now we are sitting pretty on like 215,000 MT. It's still going up, over 220k. That is ridiculous. That's so exciting to see. And of course, we've still got so much more to be made. We've got all of the historic domination games to go, which actually give out some decent MT. You get about 2,000 MT per game, which is mad. Domination, of course, doesn't give out great rewards in terms of MT, but you do get the Evo players, so that is pretty important nonetheless. And in terms of what we're actually going to spend this MT on, I'm not too sure. Obviously, we're working our way through the reward board here, which is great. So tokens are, of course, the main commodity that we want to get our hands on. So there are these, obviously, tokens for the heat check sets. You get bonus tokens for completing the first one, just like we did with the first Eastern and Western Conference team from the 2020 collection, or 2019-20 collection. So heat check set, you would get 50 tokens for completing one from the Eastern, and then, of course, one from the Western Conference. So this could be something that we could look into doing, but I don't think we're going to be doing that until some sort of pack comes out, because everyone is so expensive. I think it would literally be like a minimum of 100, well, like maybe 75 to 50k. Well, no, way more than 50k actually. 75 to 100k per set, which is so expensive. Like, I'm just not about that life. I'm not going to be paying that. But sadly, there aren't many other ones that actually reward tokens this year. So last year, all of these arenas logos and uniforms, they all gave tokens as a reward. But of course, this year, these ones do and these ones do. But the arenas, not the arenas, the uniforms here give players. So this year, tokens are a little bit harder to come by. But I guess we might as well get the normal domination done. Because if we do that, we get 20 tokens for this one, 20 tokens for that. So that's an extra 40 tokens for completing regular domination. Which is, of course, very nice. Do we get any bonuses for completing regular domination? I don't think we do. Let's take a look down here. No, we don't. These are all triple threat online ones, sorry. So, I don't know. There's just so much I want to do. I want to get through all domination. I want to get through all historic domination. Because, of course, we get 24 tokens for each 5 games in this, which is crazy. So, basically, every 10 games, we can get ourselves another 2 Ruby cards in this reward market. And, of course, we need another 7 to get ourselves up to the Amethyst board. And the Amethyst board is where things really start getting good. I've got my eyes on this Rudy Gay. I think he's going to be a great card. 23 gold badges and some ridiculously nice stats with a 95 driving dunk on him. Who else looks good? Alan Houston was a nice card last year. Magic Johnson at centre, just for the culture, I suppose. We could get him. And then Michael Redd, a very nice card. Does he come with any Hall of Fame badges? I knew he did. Yeah, volume shooter coming in on his card. And, of course, ridiculous shooting stats. Good ball handling as well. Decent defense and decent speed. So, yeah, there's a couple of amethysts that would be really, really nice to get. So we really need to focus on getting tokens. I'm not really fussed about spending MT on anyone at the moment. There is, of course, the token set, or the token reward, sorry, for the Legacy set, which gives out 200 tokens. But for that, you need to get this guy, and this guy is really, really expensive. Yesterday, he was selling for about 150,000. It looks like today's come down a little bit to about 90,000. But for a diamond card, at this point in the game, I don't think, with only one Hall of Fame badge as well, I don't think 90,000 MT is a good idea, especially as the other guys in the set don't even have any sort of reward. So if you go and pick him up, you don't know how expensive these guys are going to be. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth it at all. And these 4 guys might be guys you don't even want on your team, but you'd have to lock them in anyway just to get those 200 tokens. So we're definitely going to stay clear of that. The D-Wade Spotlight Series, of course, that was only for 25 tokens. Not going to do that. Diamond JL Smith, I mean, we could do it, I guess. We could afford him, but again, at this point in the game, George Havlicek still at like 80k. Who is this? Michael Jordan, of course. Still ridiculously expensive. So that JR is way too expensive for what he is. And I don't really think there's anyone in this squad that I would actually like to pick up. I think this guy's an Evo card. He is. So he goes up to an Amethyst. No, he doesn't. Does he? I think he does. Yeah, he does. It goes up to a 90 rated Amethyst. And he actually sells for 30,000 MT. So as a little investment tip that I was thinking of doing is starting buying some of these Evo cards at their base. So an 85 Sapphire for Mr. Darrell Armstrong. And then just go ahead and evolving him up while playing through dominations. Because we're going to get Dwyane Wade done soon. So we're going to need a primary scorer. And if we can get this guy and just keep going through him and selling him off for 30,000 MT per time we get him done, that's going to be really, really lucrative for us because there aren't too many of him up. Even the Ruby, by the looks of it, is going to sell for like 10,000 MT. So I think that is a really, really good little business plan that we might have to incorporate into the squad going forward. This John Havlicek, of course, can go up to a diamond. And let's see if we can have a look at a diamond card of his and see if it does sell for a ridiculous amount. So there's one there which does have a 100,000k bid on it, but I don't think the jump from the Amethyst to the Diamond is too great. He only gets 5 extra gold badges and only 1 extra Hall of Fame badge, so I don't think he is going to be worth it. I think this Darrell Armstrong guy could be worth it, and then there's also Charlie Ward as well. Let's take a look at him. So he starts at a Emerald and then goes up to a Ruby. Okay, I didn't realise his ceiling was only a Ruby, and he only sells as a Ruby, fully evolved, for 9,000 MT. So I definitely do think actually this Armstrong guy, the more I look at it, the more I think this could be a really, really good idea. So I think we might pick up his Sapphire here today, guys, and then we'll take a look at what his first requirements are to get him up to a Ruby card. So let's take a look. Darrell Armstrong, we actually want just the Sapphire version, and then we'll go and have a look at his minimum and maximum buy nows. Hopefully he's there. I did see one for like 4k, I believe. Yeah, there's loads for 4k. Let's have a look. Let's get it under 4.5. And there are some yet they're popping up. So 4.3 is the cheapest. So should we pick one up? We've got 6 contracts on this one. We'll pick him up for 4.3 thousand MT as a little investment. Donovan Mitchell has gone ahead and sold right there. Easy enough. So back up to 220,000 MT. No, we want to go to Evo. Darrell Armstrong, so 200 points, 100 assists, 15 games. Absolute doddle. Really, really nice and easy. And he gets some decent badges after that. He gets clamps, which is nice. So that should take us, I don't know, maybe 6 games of domination, if that. And like I said, when Dwyane Wade's out of the way, we're going to have to focus on someone. So I think this is going to be a really, really viable and good option for us to do. Let's just go ahead and take a look at his stats. Hopefully he should be good at shooting. 82 3-pointer, 90 driving dunk, perfect. Absolutely perfect, and lightning quick as well. We're going to have some fun with that card, that's for sure. So now, as you can see in the club, in the current collection, we're pretty much empty. We've still got a few in the Western Conference to get sold. We've got that Gobert that we packed earlier. And we've got some other guys that I didn't have room to sell, but they will all sell for probably 950 to 1,000 MT, nothing crazy. And then I will work on selling off these jerseys as well because they are so expensive. Basically all of the Wade jerseys selling for like over 1,000 MT. There you go, there's 1,000. For some reason that one went for 100 or 300, but the majority of them are selling for a decent chunk of change because everyone, of course, wants to get their collector level up and be the first one to some of these big names down here like Sabonis, AD, and D Wade. So super exciting in the next couple of days to try and get this Darrell Armstrong done. That's going to be a nice little business venture for us. If we can keep buying them for 4k, playing for 5 or 6 games, selling one for 30k. Well, actually, of course, we've got to do the second evolution. So the first one gets him, of course, up to a Ruby. But we could sell him for 10k to make a bit of profit. But I think we go the whole hog and get him up to an Amethyst, depending on how good he is, of course. If he's trash, we're going to sell him and we're not going to bother. So tomorrow's video, we will have Dwyane Wade as an Amethyst, which is super exciting. So I hope you guys are ready for that. So there we go. We made a lot of MT today, back up to 220,000, which is awesome. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks and months, we'll be hitting 500,000. And eventually down the line, maybe 1 mil. Who knows? On a road to glory, I think that would be super exciting. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.